Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about my makeup brushes and what I use them for. I get a bunch of questions from friends and family on what brushes it is that I use when I am doing my makeup. So I'm going to tell you about my brushes, where it is that you can get them, and what it is that I use them for when applying my makeup. An important rule to remember about makeup is that the tools that you use are just as important as the makeup itself, because if you use cheap quality brushes, first off, they're not really going to last you, and secondly, your makeup isn't going to apply as nice. I'm not telling you have to go out and spend a ton of money to achieve a beautiful, flawless look, because my makeup brushes aren't super expensive, but they've lasted me a long time and I get a really pretty eye look or makeup look using what I have. So if you want to hear all about my makeup brushes and what I use them for, all you have to do is keep on watching. So first we're going to start off with the makeup brushes that I first purchased when I first got into makeup, which I still have and I still use. And these you can actually just go out and buy them and they're great. So for eyeshadow, these three brushes right here are from Target. You can go out to Target and buy them. So the first one is this brush from e.l.f. and it's just a professional eyeshadow brush, and it just looks like this. It's this tiny little brush, and this brush is great because it serves as a multi-purpose brush. I use this brush to apply the actual eyeshadow underneath my eyes and to blend it out because it is fluffy. So this brush, no lie, it is like $1 at Target. So great brush, I still use it. The second brush I was on the hunt for was a brush to pack on color. And when I say pack on color, I mean when you want a really vibrant color on your eye. Packing on is different from swiping color on your eye. So when you pack on color, you want a brush that's pretty thick, because that way it picks up a lot of the color and then you can just press it on your eyes. And this eyeshadow brush is perfect for that. I actually just used this brush in my fall makeup tutorial number 2 that I just uploaded to pack on the color on my lid. It is amazing for that. And this is an e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush, like the letter C. And this is what it looks like. It's just a fluffy brush and the little bristles are really packed in there, so that's what's going to help you pack on the color. So I love this brush, and I think this brush was $2 or $3. So I was also on the hunt when I went to Target for a blending brush, and I wanted a blending brush that was smaller so I can fit in the outer corner of my eye and not blend the eyeshadow all the way up. I wanted something small that could just stay in that outer corner, so this brush is perfect for that. This one is an e.l.f. Professional blending brush. And it just looks like this. This is what the bristles look like. It's a really tiny brush, but it's really, really fluffy, and it's perfect for blending stuff out. And once again, this brush ranges from like $1 to $3, and I still use it. So then it's always good to have a backup. So from Target, I purchased this Sonia Kashuk brush, and it just looks like this. This one was a little bit more expensive, but it's still a drugstore brush. So this brush I think was $10 to $12 around there, I think. And this one is just a lot more fluffy. So this brush is perfect for just blending all over the eye and just blending out all of those harsh lines. This brush is perfect for that, and it definitely does the trick. So next are these Sedona lace brushes. These brushes were actually given to me as a gift from my boyfriend a couple years ago, and I still use these and they are still in perfect condition. These are from the brand Sedona Lace, and they came in a kit of makeup brushes, and it brought a bunch of face brushes and then the eyeshadow brushes, and I use every single one of these. Brushes are amazing. The bristles are still all intact, and I have not lost, or like none of these have shed at all. So my favorite brush of them all is the blending brush. This is the blending brush that you will most likely always see me using in my videos. It looks like this, and once again, I mean, we all know the purpose of a blending brush, but this is a really, oh, I just poked myself in the eye. This is just a really, really good brush. I absolutely love it. It's super dense, but it's definitely a skinnier one. So it's perfect also for fitting in the outer V and crease of the eye to intensify any eye look. That's usually what I use this for. Next of the Sedona lace brushes, another favorite of mine is this brush right here. And these actually have numbers, so that's a really good thing. This is actually the Sedona Lace 954 brush. And this brush right here, I use a lot. This is the brush that I use all the time to put any sort of color on my eyelids, just because it fits perfectly on the lid and it serves perfectly to sort of cut out the crease of the eye. So that's what I love this brush for. It's skinnier and it's just perfect. This brush is even good to, you know, make a cut crease in the eye or anything like that. This brush is amazing for that. It's a lifesaver and it's definitely always going to be one of my favorite brushes. So next for makeup brushes, these three that I have here are also lid brushes. I use them all for that purpose for my eyelid. I have here the Sedona Lace 941, the Sedona Lace 305, and the 407. So the 407 brush just looks like this. So this brush is perfect because it's an angled brush and it just fits perfectly in the inner tear duct of the eye and perfect to just apply makeup all over. So all of these brushes are perfect. This one right here, the Sedona Lace 305 brush, is perfect for packing on color as well. It just looks like this, and this one's really skinny, you can see. And this brush, I use it for my loose pigments. Whenever I use a loose pigment or a foiled eyeshadow, anything that may have a lot of fallout, I always use this brush because I typically just wet this brush a little bit and just apply it, and it just really helps to pack on the pigments and foiled eyeshadow. So I love this brush and that's always what I use it for. Then this one, the Sedona Lace 941, is just a basic eyeshadow brush. This one is bigger. This one I just use it to apply my brow bone highlight because the thickness of it is perfect and just fits perfectly underneath the brow. So that's just what I use this one for. And then lastly, of the Sedona Lace eye brushes, I have the 904 brush, which is this teeny tiny little brush that looks like this. And this brush right here is actually what I use today to smoke out my lower lash line with my eyeshadow. So I just picked up the eyeshadow and I just applied it with this and blended it out, and that's always what I use this brush for. It is perfect for that. Alright, so now we're going to talk about face brushes, and for face brushes I narrowed it down to 6 that I use all the time and they're must-haves, and actually 4 of them are ones that you can just go out and buy. So the first ones I'm going to mention are the first ones that I got. This one is a e.l.f. stippling brush. This brush is incredible. It's super inexpensive and you can just go to your local Target and buy this brush. And this brush is $3 and it's the e.l.f. small stipple brush. This is the brush that I will use to apply my foundation whenever I wear foundation, and it's just perfect. I just usually put a little bit of foundation on the back of my hand or my palm, whatever, and I'll just stipple it all over my face, and it just leaves you a really flawless finish. And for the price, it's incredible. I have like 3 of these, not because they're cheap, but because I just love them so much and they get dirty often. So I mean, I don't wash my makeup brushes every day, so it's just good to have backups and use clean brushes. So these brushes are awesome, and once again, you can find it at Target. The next brush I'm going to mention is a powder brush, or an all over the face setting brush. And for that, I have a couple, but this is the one that I use often. This is an EcoTools brush, and it's just this huge fluff ball right here, and it's just perfect to dab in powder and just apply it all over your face. That's what I use it for, or to, you know, blot, or whenever you get oily, whatever the case may be, this brush is perfect for that. Next brush I'm going to mention is another foundation stippling brush. This one is by the brand Real Techniques, and it just looks like this, and it serves the same purpose, just to put on foundation. I just stipple it on, but this one is a little bit better. I've been leaning more so towards using this one just because it grabs more product at once, whereas the e.l.f. one is smaller, so you have to work in smaller sections, whereas with this brush right here, you just apply it and just dab it and just blend away. So that's why I love this brush. And yeah, this one is from Real Techniques, and this brand, you can find it at Target. I believe you can find it at CVS now, and yeah, it came in a kit. It came in a kit with a bunch of other brushes. And I think, oh no, you know where I bought that? Lies. I bought this at Kohl's department store. That's where I bought this brush, like in the beauty section, perfume, body splash area. They have makeup stuff there, and that's where I bought this. I came in a kit like with 4 or 5 other brushes, and I think I paid like $18 for it. This brush is bomb. Now, another brush I'm going to mention is my Holy Grail contouring brush, and it just looks like this. It's just this really fluffy dome-shaped brush, and it did have a name on it at some point, I think, but it doesn't say anything on it now. And this brush came in that kit with that other Real Techniques brush. So yeah, this is what I use to get in the hollows of my cheekbones and apply it all over my forehead, a little bit down the bridge of my nose. So yeah, anywhere where you want to contour, this brush is perfect for that. Next is this duo-ended brush right here, and it just looks like this. It's just like, it looks like a flat foundation top brush. It's a foundation and concealer brush, it's the name of it. I guess this side right here is to conceal and this side is for the foundation, but I never use brushes like this for foundation, and I definitely don't use brushes like this for concealer. So you can use brushes for whatever purpose you'd like. That's what's so amazing about it. But for me, I use this end right here to blend out my concealer. So I use the foundation side for the concealer. So I use this side right here to blend out my concealer, and then I also set my concealer using that same side. And then this little part right here, I've used it for a ton of things. Mainly what I stick to is just to apply my eyeshadow bases. Like if I have like a little jar right here of my eyeshadow base, I'll just dip in there instead of putting my finger. I'll just dip in here and then just apply it all over my lid. So that's what I use this brush for. And it looks like a Bare Essentials brush. I really wouldn't be able to tell you. I just know it was a gift. And then last but not least is my handy dandy blush brush, and this one is also a Real Techniques brush. I love Real Techniques brushes, clearly, and this also came in that set with the other brushes that I mentioned earlier, and this brush has just become my all-time favorite blush brush. Just the size of it is absolutely perfect. It's really, really fluffy and dense, so I just dab a little bit into my blush and I just apply it, and it just fits perfectly on my cheeks. So I love it, and yeah, this brush is just amazing. So if you want to just go out and buy a really good blush brush, remember Kohl's for the Real Techniques brush. So yeah, that is it for this video. I really hope you found this video helpful in some sort of way and maybe gave you some ideas as to what brushes you can just go out and buy. I wanted to give you options and not just show you brushes that you have to buy online, but also brushes that you can just go out to your local drugstore and buy, which are amazing quality and you don't have to spend a ton of money. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to thumbs up this video and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye!